just passed out trying to blow up this NeoAir XTherm. Let's talk about sleeping pads. If we're talking about sleeping pads, then let's start with the first one I ever purchased. A Sea to Summit Ultralight pad. I don't know that I've ever used it. Why? Well, I'll show you why. First, let's try to inflate it. I'm gonna set a stopwatch. It's not great. The second sleeping pad I ever purchased was a NeoAir XTherm because I did not understand temperatures in January on the Appalachian Trail. So, let's see how this one goes. Seconds. Also not great, and I got a little lightheaded. The third sleeping pad I ever bought was a ridge rest, technically, but I don't have it here, so we'll skip that. The next one was this Z-lite. We'll come back to that one. And then I bought this Klymit Inertia XFrame. This is the Recon version, which means it's tan. So, like 12 seconds. That's pretty good, but it is kind of goofy. Look at that. All right, and then my final and favorite sleeping pad is the Thermarest ProLite Small. Like 2 seconds longer than the XFrame. Now, let's talk comfort. Under each of these pads, I will place one horseshoe. We don't have rocks here for whatever reason. So, to simulate a rock or root situation on the trail, a horseshoe. I don't feel it. This is actually not that bad. Maybe I wrote this off too soon. I mean, I don't love it, but it smells like propane or gas. I had to double check that I put a horseshoe under this one because honestly, I couldn't feel it. So, I'm a side sleeper, sometimes a stomach sleeper, and this is really pretty good. But can you hear how loud it is? That's the issue. I honestly cannot feel that horseshoe. I don't know, what do you think? Maybe this one's okay. You can buy it. I'm gonna sell it. Up next, the XTherm. I don't feel the horseshoe under this one either. It's actually pretty good. Here's what I don't like about this one though. So let's say that this is me. I mean, let's say that because it's true. Look at this. I have no arm room. Like, I'm not a giant. I mean, I'm kind of a giant, but not a huge giant. But my arms like don't fit. I don't like it. But I definitely cannot feel the horseshoe. So, I mean, that's pretty good. It's also warmer than Old Yeller. But also it's January in Alabama, so it's not that cold. I don't even have on socks. All right, we're on the XFrame. I can kind of feel the horseshoe. I also know where I put it though, so confirmation bias maybe. Honestly, this one's not that bad. It's kind of weird, and you definitely have to be the right height. I'm 5'9", and I feel like I'm like an ½ inch short for it. It just doesn't quite line up the way I think it should. But I mean, all things considered, you know what? No, this is not comfortable on my side. I can definitely feel that horseshoe. Look, you can see my hip hits it pretty good, like right on the little hip pocket. So that's where that should be. But that hurts. Now we're on the Z-lite. This is not the cool like yellow and silver one. This one is just green. But that's what I have. So I don't feel the horseshoe. Oh, no, now I do. I feel the horseshoe now. It's definitely under me. Okay, so this is not great, but if you were pretty good about your sight selection, then I think that this is okay. I do have to say though that in general, the ridge rest is more comfortable to me. It's like a little bit more support, so it doesn't flatten out as much when you lay on it. So I think that's better. And then lastly, my ProLite. I love this pad. I'm not selling this one. It's my forever pad. Here's what I like about it. For one, it takes very little time to blow up. For two, it's definitely like better cushioning than the Z-lite. And for three, I don't know, I just like it. It's very quiet. You can see how close we are to the ground. That's pretty good. That's pretty close. It's like close cell phone close to the ground. So you don't get that scary like, oh no, I'm falling off a cliff sort of feeling like I do with the XTherm and that yellow pad, whatever it's called. So let's see how they compare. There you go. Sleeping pads. Easier than you thought.